In 1983, the state of Illinois was having some fiscal problems. In an effort to try to address those, the state officials decided that economic development was perhaps the most effective way of doing that. So we set about designing a mission statement for the proposed organization, and then called in some business leaders from around the district and developed a constitution, a set of bylaws, and organized. The primary purpose was not to raise a lot of money. We didn't wish to compete with the chambers of commerce in the area or their source of funding. But the emphasis was on cooperation and between communities. So that constitution and set of bylaws and mission statement has not changed in the 30 years since, and it served the organization very well. So as I look back personally on the 30 years of history of ECIDC, I'm very proud to have been a part of organizing the operation, and I'm very proud of the accomplishments that have been made, and also of the leadership that the organization has been able to attract over the years.
One of the primary goals of East Central Illinois Development Corporation was to create an environment of open communication and cooperation among the region's economic development professionals. A primary role of ECIDC was to act as a facilitator so that the group could speak and the region could speak with one voice, or a unified voice, when these economic development opportunities arose. I think part of the reason the group has been so successful is because the region's economic development professionals embraced the concept.
It was very exciting and rewarding working for ECIDC as project director. We had many accomplishments in assisting in job creation, such as the Taylorville State Prison, a new large seed company in Tuscola, Mattoon Precision Manufacturing, and new industries in the Effingham area. And we had several smaller others that we accomplished. We also attended trade shows and conventions within and out of state, targeting industries for expansion. I'm also delighted to know that currently ECIDC still continues to be a vibrant organization in assisting and promoting economic development in the ECIDC region. And I'm further happy to know that it has expanded to an 11-county region now instead of 9.
When I think of ECIDC and the impact that it has had on our communities, I recall back in the early 80s when many of our communities were scrambling to address the needs of their communities and their economic development. Several business leaders in our area also saw the importance of economic development, and they worked together to establish ECIDC. While ECIDC, in my opinion, is the cornerstone of the economic development success in our communities, its mission has remained steadfast in the fact that it provides the viable and timely economic development and community development resources for our partners in our communities. Whether it is attracting and retaining businesses in our communities, which was its earlier mission, to today where it provides a viable and valuable networking system for our economic development partners in our area to share with each other the many viable resources that are available to them. ECIDC is the linchpin of our communities in providing the community and economic development resources that we need.
I joined the board about 15 years ago. I learned every meeting what everyone in the region was doing for development. To me, the networking was very important because I didn't know that many people in what was then a 9-county region. And I think one great benefit of our group is that a smaller community or a community that has not done a lot of development can come along for the ride, learn from everybody in the group who has done a lot, and then we work collectively to try to get together, market the region, and show our 11-county region to the world as a unified area. Give all the benefits and all the opportunities available here. Our affiliation with Lakeland College has probably been one key that we could not have done without. and still be here today, 30 years later.
I originally joined anticipating the networking that would be out there, and that's been a great benefit to me in my day-to-day job, to have a network of peers that I can reach out to and bounce things off of, send my questions, and always give back good ideas and response. I'm really pleased to see the work that the ECIDC has done over the past 8 to 10 years. I think the organization is as active and as vibrant today as it has ever been. We've been very well served by our most recent 2 directors, Jean-Ann Grunlow and Trish Patel, and excited about what the future holds for this group, as our region has really seen the benefit of working together, of not just staying within the confines of our own communities, but having a broader outreach and trying to identify those things we can work on together to advance the region. We spent a lot of time talking about where are we going and what can we be doing together, and again, I think the facilitation that ECIDC has been able to provide across the region has been very valuable. And that's really probably the most successful role I've seen ECIDC in over these past 10 years, as becoming a really strong neutral facilitator in the Central Illinois region, bringing a variety of groups together for conversations on what things we need to put in place to make our businesses more successful, to make our communities and our citizens more successful and have more opportunities.
Through the years, the methods and how ECIDC has facilitated collaboration of business, community, and education leaders has changed. With the advent of technological advances and the internet, the services that we provided before through paper and meetings changed to a lot of online services. However, what has not changed, and what has been the key characteristic or valuable trait of ECIDC, is that we have fostered the means for our leaders throughout the region to network, to learn from one another, and to collaborate, to give our region a unified voice, and to help our small rural communities come together with a much louder voice.
We are so blessed to have an organization such as ECIDC right here in Central Illinois. The ability to have an organization that brings together business leaders, community leaders, and educators from a multitude of counties speaks volumes to the collaborative nature of what we have right here in East Central Illinois. At Lakeland College, we are so proud of our 30-year history of supporting ECIDC, and we look forward to and rely on the next 30 years of building brighter futures for our communities, our industries, and our children for generations to come. Happy 30th anniversary.